That man is now charged in a road rage shooting in Anchorage that left a 19-year-old father shot 5 times. Joseph Lamali appeared in jail court today for his arraignment. Prosecutors say that he shot from a moving vehicle, later identified as the same 2020 Chevy Equinox seen by witnesses. It's also registered to Lamali. Court records filed this week show Lamali is charged with first-degree assault and first-degree weapons misconduct, along with multiple other assault counts and reckless endangerment. Anchorage police say the shooting happened May 13th, just after 9:30 p.m. near the Lake Otis Northern Lights intersection. The victim, Mikhail McCarty, saying today that he feels a suspect had been arrested as he reflected back on the day that he was shot.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought I was going to die. Like, when I started spitting up blood, I was like, this is it. Like, I can't breathe. I kept trying to breathe, but I don't know. I kept telling my girlfriend I'm dead. Like, I just kind of gave up. I was like, I'm dead, baby, I'm dead. But they kept me alive. Yeah, as soon as I was in the ambulance, I was like, you know what, I feel like I'm going to survive.
Now, police say that McCarty identified Lamali in a photo lineup while he was still in the hospital. Lamali's bail is set at $500,000. There are still, or $50,000. There are still 2 GoFundMe pages active to help in his recovery, and we've linked to those on our website and our mobile app. It has been more than a year since Tony Kronos went missing. Friends of the Eagle River man say that as the months go by, their frustrations only grow. Lauren Maxwell reports they hope an event this weekend will keep the case alive.
This is one of the signs friends will be carrying at a rally in Eagle River on Saturday. It's a reminder to the public that 40-year-old Tony Kronos is still missing, and also a message to his family that Tony has not been forgotten.
We know that you're going through this hard thing. We know that this can't be easy, and that we're here for you. As simple as that.
Getting answers has not been easy either, according to friends who are frustrated with how the Anchorage Police Department has handled the case. Kronos was last seen near his Eagle River home in early March of 2025. Friends believe he was murdered and that an Anchorage police officer who lives behind Kronos was involved. Days after Kronos' disappearance, Officer Chris Sternhagen's home was searched by APD with assistance from the FBI. But Sternhagen has never been named as a suspect, and no information has been released about what they may have found.
I guarantee you, more than half of the evidence they have, we got them. So why are they not out there advocating for my brother and making themselves appear to be doing their job instead of just sitting back and waiting for whatever to happen?
In the meantime, Kronos' friends have doubled down. Keeping a Facebook page alive, they say has brought in leads, but also hope.
I'm hoping that something positive will come out of this in the end. And hopefully we'll have some kind of closure at one point for our friend.
They say they'll keep pushing to keep the case alive. Lauren Maxwell, Alaska's news source.
And we did reach out to the Anchorage Police Department, which declined an interview but provided a statement. It says that Officer Chris Sternhagen is still employed by the Anchorage Police Department and that detectives are still actively working the Kronos case with support from the FBI. Well, the race for governor is expanding with a quickly approaching deadline for candidates to file. Our political reporter, Will Courtney, has been following updates throughout the day. And, Will, it sounds like one name Alaskans may remember is looking at the executive spots again.
Yeah, Rebecca, that's right. Former Governor Bill Walker told me today he's making plans to run for governor again, but said ultimately the final decision is going to be made Monday. This comes after he filed paperwork to run in the election today. Walker was governor from 2014 to 2018. His most recent run was in 2022, which he lost to Governor Mike Dunleavy. If he decides to enter, he'll be one of 18 now aiming for the seat. In my conversation with him today, he said his main priority will be creating a fiscal plan, something Dunleavy attempted to do this session but failed. Here's how he said he made the decision to run.
Just when I saw that nothing was happening, yet another session went through without a comprehensive fiscal plan. And I worry that I look at what's happened on education in Alaska. I worry about that. I worry about, the Alaska Marine Highway. We're hanging on by our fingernails in so many areas that we really, really, really need.
And Rebecca, it seems like we're going to be looking at a lot more headlines like this one on the election over the coming days. Here's a look at some of ours from today. Candidates have until Monday to file with the Elections Division to officially run for their seats. Now, for the latest on this race and others, You can visit our website and our mobile app.
Time now for a check of weather with Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry, and I hear we're in for a treat to start the month of June.
Yeah, Rebecca, we still have a few days before we wrap up May and move into the month of June officially. But when we do, pretty significant weather pattern change is also going to mean pretty significant weather conditions here on the ground. Right now, still holding on to those mid-50s across much of the state, 57 in Anchorage, and some interesting dynamics, some showers trying to form here over the Anchorage Bowl as you head from Palmer into Fairbanks. We are seeing thunderstorms developing across the interior and that sun shining through bright there in Ketchikan at 53 degrees. But a really active radar tonight from that thunderstorm activity from Bristol Bay all the way into the interior. You can see close to a dozen lightning strikes here over the last 2 hours. Those storms now developing even closer to the Fairbanks metro area and pushing further south right along the Parks Highway. If you're in that area, be prepared not only for the potential for lightning, but also some quick, heavy downpours moving through. Could see some gusty winds out of those individual cells as well. We're going to see some of that moisture even pushing into south central tomorrow, but not until the second half of the day. Late Friday into early Saturday from the Susitna Valley down into Wasilla, Palmer, and Anchorage. Chances for a few quick showers moving through. We'll hold on to a bit of cloud cover Saturday and Sunday, but then heading into Monday, that's when we see the sunshine and the heat returning to much of Alaska. Tonight, again, watch out for an isolated shower. We will see temperatures starting out in the low 40s, getting back into those low 50s in the afternoon. And again, as we look ahead to the weekend, we'll eventually start to see those changes. And Rebecca, I'll have that 7-day here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Melissa. Fire danger rises each summer in Anderson. Adrian Peterson talked with residents about why they're committed to their home despite the risk.
As the city of Anderson works with students to build cabins for firefighters who come each summer, there's a clear pattern of wildfire threat to the community. But residents say that risk isn't unique.
The fire danger is everywhere in Alaska. And if you live in Fairbanks, you know the smoke could be so thick that it's really not comfortable living there.
And even with past evacuations from nearby fires, many say they still feel secure in Anderson.
We have the highway to our east side. We have the river that wraps around us on this side. And then on the south end, we have Clear Space Force Base, which is a very large installation with its own fire coverage.
Others say the community connection and beauty also outweigh the risks.
The community itself is pretty great. We have movie nights and stuff, so the community is great. The fires is a whole separate issue. Even with the fires and everything, Anderson is beautiful to see in the summer. The sky is beautiful, even with the fires. I think that's the main reason also, because the community is a great community.
But residents say they're always aware of the risk, even as they honor the firefighters who come back almost every year to protect them. Adrian Peterson, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's News Source app.